Every new product launch seems to be an AI agent related product launch. And I was on Product Hunt the other day and I noticed this product called SimplAI. Simple spelled SIMPL, and so there's no E in the word simple. It sounded like yet another product in the space of AI agent. And if you don't know about AI agents, I think this video would be an interesting one. So let's dive in. So now I'm on the landing page of SimplAI, simpleai.ai. That is how their website URL is actually. As soon as you land on their website, the first thing that you notice is their social proof. They have been ranking quite high. So it was #1 product of the day, product of the week. And so in a way that is quite interesting. So their main headline says the simplest and fastest way to build agentic AI applications. Okay. And create scalable, secure, and reliable AI agents and agentic automations to transform your enterprise for AI native world. Now the keywords agentic AI or AI agents is making sense, but rest of the text is kind of marketing heavy. So I'm not sure if it really conveys exactly what it wants to convey. And as you scroll down, they have a bunch of things explained on how it works. I'm just interested in trying this product out. So I'm going to go ahead and sign up for this product and let's see their dashboard. Now, as soon as I started my sign up, this is their onboarding flow. It's asking for organization name. For a solo entrepreneur, freelancers, or people who are not working right now, if they want to try, I'm not sure what they would enter as organization names. The easy way to handle this, if you really want to gather this information, is at a different point other than sign up. So you may want to let them enter the dashboard and start their work, and at another point you may want to collect this information. But at this point itself, I do not see any good reason to collect it. So let me fill this up and let's get inside. So once you sign up and complete that form, you get to see these two options. One is SimplAI Experience Center, another one is SimplAI Studio. And it says that you can get started and then get started with pre-build. And then if you're not sure where to begin, you can switch anytime. So I'm just going to go ahead with this Experience Center. This is a tour that they give you as soon as you sign in. So my Experience Center is here. These are the conversational agents that they have already built in. Interesting. And learn about credits and support. So currently I have about 2K credits, 2000 credits, and I'm not sure how this would really work out, but I guess every time I try something, my credits are going to be used up, and then you would have to upgrade to the paid plan. So at this point, my goal is to try and build something with the 2000 credits that I have and see how far we can go with this. I'm not sure whether that will be sufficient or not in order to build an agent. But right now they already have an option, which is Credit Analyst AI Agent, Data Analyst AI Agent. And they have given some examples here, which is very interesting. It's good to have these kind of examples because that can give you an idea how that really works. Now let's go ahead and check an example which is simple to understand. So let's say resume and candidate match evaluation, and it analyzes resumes against a job description comparing key qualifications. So we can try that and see how it works. Okay, so this is more like a chat interface, and on the side, yep, I can create new chats and I can enter my prompts here. And it says that evaluate AI engineer candidates present in the database for model development, optimization. All right, this seems to be a preset. So I think that's a prompt that you can use right away and it will give me some response. So it is generating this right now. What it seems to be doing here is it's ranking the list of AI engineer candidates and it's giving the job fit rating. And based on that, I think they are referring to this resume ranking, and in that trying to give out the candidates which fit the criteria the most. And so you get this list. And so it says that David is the top candidate with over 10 years of relevant experience. Praveen is 3.5, and then Mia has recent graduate. Basically, it is taking the data that is already present. This is interesting for HRs. Now, I want to try something of my own. So let's switch to their studio and see if I can do something on my own. So I can provide a data set, then I create a knowledge base, build a tool, and then build an agent. My credits are down to about 1.6K. So let's go ahead and check this out if I can do it. So I believe the idea here would be you create your own data set and then that becomes like your knowledge base. Based on that, your AI agent is created and then you can chat with this AI agent. The beauty of these AI agents is that it can understand the user's language and then it can also be trained on your data. So imagine you're talking to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT has been using the context available in the entire internet, versus AI agent is a bit more specific. It can be deployed in your own context only. So imagine you're a payments company and you have lots of policies, you have a lot of conditions, expressions, terminologies that users need to understand, and it may not be always easy for any user to understand how it works. Take, for example, chargebacks. Now, when you talk about chargebacks, nobody really understands how it works. So you can create this kind of knowledge base and deploy that AI agent on your app or on your website. So let's try this out. I'm going to create a data set, and let's assume we have a company called Bagwity. We are selling bags, and we have a return policy, exchange policy, and people often ask, when can I return this? Can I return this now? Can I exchange it now? So that's the kind of use case I want to tackle, which is more of a customer support agent, but with the data that is available on my website. And so I would name this, let's say, Bagwity policies. Description is optional, so I'm going to skip that. And I have three ways of feeding in the data. One is document collection. Another one is structured data, which is more like a CSV. And then we have structured data with linked files. I quite don't know what the last one actually means, so I'm going to stick to the first two types. And for now, I want to try the document collection aspect. So I will select this document collection and then click on create. All right, so at this point, I can add my file and upload a document. So what I have done for this particular exercise is I have got this return and exchange policy on my Notion document here. So I generated something of my own, and this is two formats. One is an FAQ, frequently asked questions, and another one is simple text, where we have explained what our return policies are. So I want to download this and go ahead and upload it there. So let's click on add file, and when you click on add file, you can upload from file, so it will take in, or you can sync external sources. So let me just click on upload from file. So this is my file here, return and exchange policy, and then I click on add, and my file is uploaded here successfully. So this is my data set for now. So now that my data set is done, I want to see where to create an agent. So I would go ahead and click on agent, and here I can click on create agent. Okay, so let's call this Bagwity support agent for now, and I can click on categories. I'm not sure what this categories really mean, so I would probably just add a category. I have actually no idea what this means. I'm guessing it is to identify internally. All right, so we've got the category, we've got an agent description. Let's just call it, this is a test agent for now, and then click on create. Now, this is taking me to the flow of creating this agent. Here I can select the LLM model, so I'm choosing this option. And so you have some base instructions like be a considerate and honest assistant. Also, please ensure not to give out false information. Yeah, so this is one constraint that I would like to have, which is if you do not have information, do not misguide. So this is my instruction. If you're unsure of an answer, just reply with I don't know and point to the document or source link. I'm hoping it will go to the knowledge base or the data set and try to do it. Now here we have an option to add the knowledge base, tools, sub agents. So let's see what we can do here. So I think I missed out on one step here. I would have to create a knowledge base for this. So let's name this knowledge base as Bagwity AB knowledge base. And the type is basically document. It's asking me for knowledge base settings. So utilize a platform's predefined vector database and embedding model. And then I have an option to customize. So let's go with default for now. Let's see what it does. And I can import from dataset here. So this is where I can choose my existing dataset and add this file. This is basically basic, and then confirm and proceed. Now I think what it is doing is taking in my data set and creating a knowledge base out of it. All right, so I'm into the next part, which is chunk setting. It has automatically selected certain parts and created chunks. It's for optimal processing. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and select the defaults. And currently it is processing the data set and creating a knowledge base out of it. All right, so now that it is completed, I would like to now create an agent. So let's go to agents. I started with this agent already, so Bagwity support agent. We come back here, and now let's add the knowledge base. Great. So knowledge base is added, and we've got tools. So tools are basically, select the tools the agent will use to perform tasks and enhance its capabilities. Okay, now let's preview this. So the first question that I would like to ask is, can I return this product after 60 days? Now what I'm expecting it to do is check the knowledge base and make sure that it is referring to the correct information and give me a relevant answer. But right off the bat, I can see that, can I return this product after 60 days? It says, I don't know, please check the specific return policy of the store or manufacturer for details. Now, I believe this is happening because we have set a constraint that if you do not know the answer. Now, let's see what it can actually deliver, because this constraint is not working. So let's say, when can I return? So this should be fairly straightforward answer, but it seems to be answering I don't know. So let's just remove this base instruction from here, and we would go ahead and preview it again. And let's ask, can I return the product after 60 days? So it says it couldn't find specific information regarding the return policy after 60 days. Yeah, generally return policies vary, but it is not telling me that you can actually return after 30 days. So let me show you the content exactly that I have given here. So in our return policies, you may return your backpack within 30 days of purchase for a full refund. And so it is correct in saying that there is no policy about 60 days, but it is not giving the actual information when can I return. So let's ask a pointed question. When can I return the backpack? It still did not work. It should have told me that I can return the backpack in 30 days. So something seems to be off here. I can just save this agent for now. And let's go back. Let's check out the knowledge base and see what it has actually done. So these are the chunks that I see here. And in this chunk, I can see that they have. Okay, let's check this out. So this is the second chunk where we have mentioned the return policy, right? So here is when you can return within 30 days. And so it does have all the information that it needs to have. But in the agent experience, I do not get it. I do not know why, but I'm not able to get the answer that I really want. So let's ask something very pointed question. So can I exchange my bag? It still says it couldn't find any relevant information and doesn't seem to be working as accurately as I thought it would. Now, here's a comparison I want to give you for another product which is called ChatBase, which I recently tried, and I was able to actually get the answers quite easily. So here I am on the dashboard of ChatBase, and just to give you a comparison of how this works, which is exactly the same thing, they are also building AI agents. So if you click on it, you get to see this playground, which is similar to what I have. And just to be sure, I'll show you what the sources are. I had uploaded exactly same thing, which is basically the return policy, but they have an option to upload it in text. And here I had given that the return can be done in 60 days. So let's put it as 30 days just to keep it consistent. So it completed the training and it's ready now. So let's ask same question. Can I return the product after 60 days? And this is a much more relevant and helpful answer, isn't it? So it says, unfortunately, you can only return your backpack within 30 days of your purchase for a full refund. If you have any further questions or assistance, you can, ask us. And compare that to the SimplAI. Let's ask the same question here. Can I return the product after 60 days? So it says that it couldn't find any specific for 60 days, which is still accurate. I wouldn't say it is not accurate, but they have not mentioned the 30 days policy at all. So this is much more relevant on ChatBase, that it gives me a helpful answer, versus SimplAI is really not doing that job. Now, AI agents have been gaining a lot of popularity precisely because it can take in the context, you can train the agent, and that is all based on your own knowledge base. It eliminates this dependency on human being to understand what the user is saying, because you're using a large language model at the fundamental level, and then it gives you a relevant answer. I just gave you a comparison of how the SimplAI was giving me a response versus ChatBase. Now, I found that relatively ChatBase was easy to create an agent and also get to the first result as quickly as possible, whereas in SimplAI, it sounded much more complicated. It is possible that SimplAI is aimed at enterprises only. They have probably many more features that are not relevant to a small company or a very niche use case. I just tried out with a simple document, created a knowledge base, tried to get to an agent's response, and it did not work as expected. It was giving me an answer, but it was sort of half-baked. I would have expected a much better answer if you are building an AI agent. There are a lot of other companies trying to build into this AI agent space, and they are also quite powerful. If you have tried any other product, just let me know in the comments. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.